She feeling me, catch her attitude, I never fret, cause catching checks my ability. She try to Google my net worth just to see I'm a millionaire, literally. The bag I could drop in your head is way too big for you to belittle me. My ops going broke as a joke, are you kidding me?
Knowing I'm not with the waiting, no, I do nothing to bitches, yeah. Diamonds they wait, then I'm racist, yeah.
Pull up, I hop and get facelift, yeah.
My niggas, they really take shit, yeah. Everything I do evasive, yeah.
I really came from the basement,
yeah. Run my crib out, ain't no payments, yeah. Nowadays knowing I'm not with the waiting, no, I do nothing to bitches, yeah.
Diamonds they white, then I'm racist.
Pull up, I hop and get facelift, yeah. My niggas, they really take shit, yeah.
Everything I do evasive, yeah.
I really came from the basement, yeah. Run my crib out, ain't no payments, yeah.
Switch up my flow like I switch up the hoe. Got a fuck on it, bitch, and I pass her the bro. Had to switch up the pace, you was moving too slow. I'm a demon, I pull up in a ghost. She clean me up, she done say nigga so. I'm an 8-ball, they say I'm dope. Need to get us all, I'm telling you no. Yeah, I did you right, you did me wrong. I expected you to leave me alone. Niggas in the way, yeah, they clone. Star Wars, start a sweat, it's a clone war. Eat dots and niggas, I'm on ball. Can't let you right, you need to buy your own car. Super popular, yeah, I'm a superstar. She a super hoe, she got me super hard. You can't save a hoe, I can't even save it. Diamonds, BBS, yeah, they amazing. He ain't like that for real, why you blazing? Pull up and light it, you know that I'm blazing. Came up, stayed down, I was patient. Gave up on me, I should've waited. Can't trust nobody, I'm jaded. Off a lick and she high, she faded. In the spot too hot, it got raided. She on bid, 005. I got her throwing a YBL. I just been dodging cases, ain't taking ops, huh? I'm taking 12. I put it right in your face every time I pop mine, I go viral, yeah. Club moving too fast, wet on bags, drop them hoes on a scale. Black gloves, black mask, black book bag, I'm unidentified. Invert or break, 762, hit your back, take out your spine. Look down, finish face, too many ways, I'm not scared of dying. Look to his face, she scared of his eye. My dick in her face, she sucking me up. Everywhere I go, keep it that talk. Everywhere I go, keep it that yo. Every day, yeah, I put on that. Every day, yeah, I put on that stuff. I got painkillers in my cup. Maybe once, yeah, she start shrug. Fell in love, you my new drug. Mud shots can't stop this, yeah. I said 12, can't stop this shit. Got her foreign, yeah, she from Ibiza. Just to come over, she need a visa. Switch out my hoes and my clothes, I don't need you. Yeah, switch up my flow like I switch out the hoe. Got a fuck on that bitch and I pass her the bro. Had to switch out the pace, you was moving too slow. I'm a demon, I pull up in a ghost. She clean me up, she the same nigga so. I'm an 8 ball, they say I'm dope. Need to get us all, I'm telling you no. Yeah, I did you right, you did me wrong. I expected you to leave me alone. Niggas in the way, yeah, they clone. Star Wars, start a sweat, it's the clone war. Geek dots and next, I'm on ball. Can't let you right, you need to buy your own car. Super popular, yeah, I'm a superstar. She a super hoe, she got me super high.
Swag by my time when I made this song. Niggas out here, they just get their hand on. Diamonds on beach, yeah, they big bone. If you know me, you know the money.
Good morning, chat. Good morning, good morning. So I'm a little late today. Let's see what we can do today, chat. Good fucking morning. Welcome back to another day here. Last day, or no, second last day of the month here. Second last day of the month before August. And then just like that, July flew by. Just like that. Alright. So. Alright. Let's see, what do you want to listen to today? Not bad. Not bad, not too bad. Good morning, Wogman. What's up, man? News? We have news today. Advanced GDP? We'll find out. We'll find out at 8:30 here. Chat, let's see. What's up here? Did we do anything crazy last night? Nothing too crazy, right? Just like range, and then yeah, just range. Like, I mean, pretty big range though. But you know, I think I was looking at Asian last night a little bit too. But what you got going on? I don't think it was that crazy in terms of volume, right? I think you're just kind of stuck in this range here. How much is this range again? Yeah, it's like 800 range, right? So you're just kind of stuck there with like non-direction. Still no direction in terms of where you're going. Like you can see like how much of an impact, how much of not an impact NFP had yesterday, right? Even though it moved like the most so far, I'll say or probably one of the most days in July, right? Let's see, July started here. And July started here and you didn't really pick up until, what was this? This was 940 bips. This right here was 700. This right here was around 750. This right here is around like 850. Yeah, so it looks like, yeah, I say one of the top days, like in terms of volatility. I think overall the most you've moved was July 1st, right? The first of the month, like the first day of the month, that was like the most volume, and ever since then you just kind of been like, it's, you know, somewhere below there, like 700, 800 pips at most. But yesterday's move alone is like 820, so it's not bad. But again, no significant impact on price. You're kind of still like sitting in this range. So what does that mean? Nothing. It's still tradable, right? But let's take a look. So starting off here, we have the daily, which closed yesterday. How did we close? Weak bullish. Yeah, so I think when it comes to daily zones, same zones that we're going to use, right? So we had this is the range that we're kind of in overall, and we want that to kind of break out. If anything, not like this is going to start a breakout. So when you break out of this, you'll start to range in this. But this is the range between like 4,400 basically, or 4,360 and like 3,380, right? And if you look at price here, there's still this little range here that has not been filled. The bond range is here, so we're still looking for that same exact thing to occur. It doesn't have to occur, but usually like before you start ranging, the faster like the next market cycle is gonna be likely a range before liquidity, before continuation of a drive, right? So if you understand that, then like it's not like you're predicting a direction here. It's more so you're just predicting that it's gonna range next. But to range next, you need to fill the bottom of the range. So that hasn't been done yet. And that's gonna be down here at like 3880, right? So you have this little like range here still. So yeah, like every time you come down so far, or every time you're coming up here, it could be a lower high. Like you can look now on a daily now, or hold on, let me just put this real quick before I delete it. So we're gonna have something up here or something down here. We'll leave that there just to identify the bottom of the range, and then we'll leave like something up here at like 43 46 around these areas. We just delete this now. Let's go take a look at this. Let's drag this across like this, like that, boom. And then we'll also add like something here to like kind of help divide the ranges up a little bit, just to like zone it out. So we'll put like 40, let's see. I'll put it up here, just here for now. It doesn't have to be too perfect. It's just to identify where you're at and where you could struggle at, no matter where you go. Cool. So yeah, we have we have we have 38.78, right? Bottom of the daily range. We have 43.46, and then we have 42.36. So again, just it's massive ranges at the end of the day, right? This is still like a 3.5 thousand pip range. This is a 1,000 pip range up here. Overall, this is like a 4,500 pip range, right? So not bad. That doesn't really change much with the daily closure. It closed like weak bullish again, like nothing significant really happening on that daily. But I was gonna say, like in terms of structure here on the daily, you're still holding, right? So you still, like you see, if you zoom out, you've been coming down like bearish since the beginning of the year basically, and then from here you start to kind of range, right? But you can see if you look closely at these highs that you have been creating here, these are still like technically lower highs being held. So every time you're coming up here, so far it's been a lower high due to the fact that it hasn't been able to break the previous highs, right? So when you came up here, it was the first lower high after this move down, right? So like that held, so cool, and then it rejected, came down again, and then it came all the way back up, made another lower high that held the previous highs, so still holding, came all the way down again, right? This time it came down a little less than compared to this move, and then obviously this move, so it's getting a bit smaller, which means that you could probably get closer to breakout. But you can see like this is still holding this, right? And then this over here, like these small lower highs here are still holding this, that's still holding that, that's still holding that. So all of this is still being held. So although you are coming up, there's still a chance that this could still be liquidity. And if it is liquidity, then any given point you can just rip down. And if you rip down, you want to pay attention to like how these moves are going up. Like, are these moves like actually that fascinating going up? Are they actually that rapid of moves? Are they actually creating structure? Is there something lacking, right? Because if it's going up and it's not as consistent in terms of the volume or in terms of the way it's moving, you can get a 1-2 pop correction back down, which means that the move down could be sharper. And if you're still holding these ranges to the left here and the move down is sharper, you can say, wow, like you're still holding structure. That could be the directional move then, right? But we don't know yet, because like, let's take a look at yesterday's move. Was it sharp? Obviously news came out like this is pretty good, but it was very short-lived, right? It lasted maybe for like, you know, the first 15 minutes here. So forget that news came out. Just look at like the price action on its own. It was literally just three 1-hour candles, and that was it. Like, it didn't really break much structure. It did break these lower highs here, these highs here, but like barely, right? Like overall, like on the 4, like I think this is pretty important right here. So as long as this doesn't break, anything below could still be a lower high, right? So I'm not gonna sit here and say like it's not bullish. It could lead to being bullish. I think for me, like, it's more so whether you can break this to confirm that or not. But anything below here, I don't have much like information to confirm that. Anything below here, you can kind of just print back down, right? Like this can just be lower highs back down. So there's ways to go around it. Like, you don't really want to set a direction like, oh, I think price is gonna go up today, I think price is gonna go down today. It's like, how are you gonna go up if you do come up, right? At what point are you gonna be bullish? And then if you do come down, what is required to come down? So that's kind of the equation, or pretty much the equation basically. That's what we're looking for. But I'll put something up here just to identify like this lower high, right? That's pretty important. And then we're gonna zoom down to a small time from here, right? So 2 things. If you were to go up, pretty straightforward. If you can start breaking above 41.37, right? You start breaking above, and then you start pulling back, and then you start holding. Okay, amazing. You know, as you hold that structure, as you continue to close, you can just continue, right? Amazing. But if you start to reject, right? Even if it comes up a little bit below the yellow line, rejects, like, and you start shifting back below the ranges, all you really need now is structure, because again, this can still be higher lows, right? So every time you do reject, this could be the start of a move back up, right? But let's say it creates, it comes down to rebreak the lows, pulls back, creates lower highs like this, right? Like this bullish candle rejected, came all the way back up, and then it continues to stay bearish and close back below the ranges. Now you have a bit of structure, and you can say, okay, cool, it looks like this move is being corrected. And then this range from yesterday will start, you know, pushing back into the ranges, and then we'll look for either continuations in that range, or once we break below. And then we have all of this range coming down, because looking left, we already marked up the daily zones, right? I might add one more zone here, right around like in these zones here, right? Just to identify like the support here, right? But as you start creating like structure, if you do start coming down, right? We don't know, but if it starts coming down, creating structure, you can start saying, okay, cool, right? You can start looking for sells within this range down, and you're looking for ideas from like 44.40 or 40.40 down towards like 39.80. And then worst case below 39.70, 39.80, you have continuation of sells anyways, right? But again, we're not like here to predict like where you're going next. It's like, have ideas for both ends. Like, at what point is price likely going to break structure to continue bullish? At what point is it gonna continue breaking structure to continue bearish, right? So these are the ideas. So there's a chance still we could get buy ideas today. Right now, I still have above 4,200. That's the same zone. But if you start breaking above here, right, and then printing structure, I don't see why we can't take advantage of the ideas. Like, probably more so towards these highs, to be honest. But still, those will be the ideas. But regardless, like, you need price to drop up at least until 41.50, and then probably a little above, so that I can pull back, right? And then that process, I don't know how long that's gonna take. It could be quick, could not be quick, who knows? Depends on how strong this is. And then, yeah, above there you have continuation of buys. If not, then as you come back down, again, structure, that's it, right? Because you're already like, again, lower highs here on the 4-hour time frame, that's still being held. So anything here could still be lower highs. So that the move down is sharp, amazing. it just follows that 4-hour bearish trend or 4-hour bearish structure, right? That, or daily even. You can go on daily and look at the same thing, right? Same lower highs you have here, that's still being held here. So any given point that can still hold to continue, right? Because prior to this range here, you are already bearish. Prior to this range, you're already coming down, right? There's already a move coming down, and this is like the slowdown area. And then I'm starting to range, then next comes liquidity, right? So there's a chance that you can even break above, like, there's still a possibility you can break above to 4,200, not close above there, and then still fake out. Like, I mean, this is too far ahead. That's like for later for us to figure out, but that's still a possibility too, right? It can just print fake out still to continue down. So 4,200, again, that's what I got right now for buy deals. But yeah, that's pretty much it, chat. How much is this range here? Like, if we're looking for structure, I don't know where that would be because you need to break these lows, right? And then pull back. But I'm assuming there's a leg candle here. So this is something we can take advantage of. So then this would be between like here, I'll say, below like 4016. I think from here down to 4016, I wouldn't know what's going to happen here. It's funny because you'll think like, oh yeah, volume came out yesterday, FOMC. And then today should be like, oh, that's what I would think. Today would be like continuation of that volume, right? But you can still looking at the move from FOMC, like there wasn't much yesterday. This move down was pretty sharp, but again, that was short-lived too, and that was after like, you know, FOMC came out. But yeah, let's see. I think there's a high chance you can get more information just because yesterday you had volume, but more information would require us breaking out of this at least above like 4137 or below 4016 for more information. Anything in between is still the same information that we've had since FOMC yesterday, right? And if we had no trades within that range, what makes us think we'll get more information within that range? But that's pretty much it, chat. So 43.46 here. 43.46. What else do we got? 42.36. $41.37. $40.16. $39.71. And then 38.78. That's pretty much it. Pretty straightforward. Fucking bug. That's pretty much it. Oh yeah, news came out, right? I didn't even notice. You see what I'm in? It's like, bro, there's literally no point in predicting news. Because you need the price action regardless, right? But sometimes it doesn't really do much. Like especially after FOMC. If FOMC moved yesterday, and I don't know if this. I don't know if looking back, I would even count FOMC as a move. It was only like in the range though. Regarding the pip count, so, I don't know. Maybe news could like this news could like bring in a little bit to jumpstart today's volume. But that barely did anything. How much is this? This 5 candle, maybe like 120 pips down. What's up, Enzo? Forward left, yeah, back to back. Range instead of range instead of range. I don't know. I thought today would be good. Maybe it will be, but it's looking pretty slow. But yeah, like I said, chat. There could be more information that prints. So fingers crossed. The earlier you move in the day, the better. But really, not much here. Trying to see, could we get before? Like, there's a possibility too, chat, that we, instead of looking for the sells below 4016, there could be in this range too. But you know what's gonna be required, right? Let's see. Actually, hold on. Let me ask chat. What's gonna be required for us to get a move within that yellow zone? If we're gonna move the area from 4016 up towards that yellow zone, so below like 4070 instead, what is gonna be required? Not you, Penzo. You know the answer. I need somebody else that's newer. You wanna ask a student in the class that just knows all the answers? Like, bro. Structure. Close. Chow, what do you need? This how I know chat does not pay attention. I was waiting for a signal. Come on. Volume. You do need volume, but you know, something else. Liquidity. Yeah, liquidity, but you know, I'm looking for a certain word. Chat. What is it that we say? It's liquidity, sure, but there's another term that I use for it. Onion. All right, you just say anything in the book. You say anything in the book right now. No, not the onion. The onion is a play. It's an entry type. Highs. Close. Like super close. High liquidity is super close. Volume's in there too, but you know, I'm looking for a certain stop hunt, bro. You pulling out a word from another streamer's vocabulary. That's not even stop hunt, bro. That's like Steve Morrow. No, not a stop hunt. I mean, yeah, it could be a stop hunt basically too. But what's the term that I use, chat? What is the term? Like close. It could be all of that. Liquidity sweep again. Pulling out a word from another streamer, bro. Chat, come on, bro. Lock it in. Well, what is it? We're getting closer. It's like it's all around like that. It's the answer could be right, but I use this term every day, guys. Drive range liquidity? No, not drive range liquidity. Chat, what's the term? Direction? Nah, direction. No, not direction. Not direction in this case. No. Top wicks, bro. Top wicks, close. Chat, what is the exact word, bro? I believe, I know. Bro, you guys know this, man. Trust me. I use it every day. Top wicks is super close, though. Higher highs, close. It's in that realm. leg candle. Did somebody say a leg candle? Bro. No, not a leg candle, guys. Think. If you're in a range, right? If you're in a range and you need more information, what's the only way that new information could form? Like how would it be possible for us to get sells here instead of our original zone here now? Like what would be that new information that forms in order to get the sells in that yellow zone? Steeper high, bada bing bada boom, bro. Thank you, bro. Yeah, steeper top wick. Penzo said it earlier anyways, right? Penzo said it earlier. But yeah, steeper top wick, steeper highs. Liquidity, you can say the same thing too, but I'm looking for the exact word. But yeah, steeper high, because that's the only way you can get more information. You're not gonna get more information if you start shifting down like this, right? Because there's nothing. I mean, if you start shifting down, you're in the same range anyways, right? You can't really, there's not much information to get from this range here. But if you start shifting up here, right? Let's say 4137, 4130, 4113, like anywhere up here, and then you start shifting back into the range here, this range becomes more tradable now, because this is more information that prints. It's like, why did you come up? And then you came back into the ranges, right? So that's like the only way here that you could get the sells below the yellow zone, right? So basically that's like all we're doing here, chat, is we're doing this. Like if let's say right now we have sells below 4016, right? I just grab a box here from where you are right now, right? We're right here, top of the range, you're down here. If you just drag this box up to the next high, let's say you tap 4137, the top of the box taps. Look at the ball in the box. Where's that gonna be? That's gonna be below here. So then this range here becomes tradable, right? So it just depends where you go. Like let's say the top wick is here, up at 4113. Okay, cool. Below here we'll look for the sells, right? So if you were to come up towards here, we tap that zone, come back down, boom, right? Now let's say it comes up towards like here, right? Okay, drag this box to the top of the range like this, boom. So then as it starts to shift back into this area below this box, we'll look for sells, right? So you're just like shifting back and forth based off of like where the structure is. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, it's all like, you can say liquidity, same answer, like fill the range, like it's basically filling the range but going up, right? Lower highs. Leg candle is definitely not right though. Alright, leg candle, chat, you got disappointed me. Leg candle, bro, really? What do you mean a leg candle? A leg candle is an entry, guys. Leg candle is an entry type. If you have a leg candle, let's say you have one right here, you're looking for a sell once you have that structure. That's what a leg candle is. Or same thing here. This is a leg candle, right? You're looking for sells below here with that structure. There's nothing here though. Look, Eddie said winner, $10, drop your cash app. Volume was also there too. That works as well. What's up, man? What's up, dude? Wow. Why is there 150,000 traders online right now? That's a lot, huh? 150,000 at this time with no news? That's pretty rare. I mean, news came out 15 minutes ago, so what was the peak? Next thing is natural gas storages. Wow, 150. 150. Damn. What bird is that? That's a brown tail hawk? Something like that. Red tailed? Their shit are crazy. I guess everyone's waiting for natural gas storages. Yep. Natural gas storages, man. Underrated folders. Underrated. No moving. Not moving. Maybe NFP will break it out the range. NFP is next week, chat. Next Friday. Tomorrow we'll make a withdrawal. What's 30% of our profits then this month? $77. So what's 30% of that? $23 withdrawal. So that would take us up to. That would take us up to 904, 920, 930. So maybe like two more withdrawals maybe until we can get to, on average at least, until we get to 1,000 in withdrawals, and then we're like risk free. The entire account will be like all profits, no more of our own money. Pretty cool. And this bounce will still be about 2,700 too. Oh yeah, trace taking, I gotta delete that. That was from yesterday. That was from yesterday's NY session, not the Fomc. Spreads aren't bad here. It's pretty decent. Let's see. Can it fill this range here? The quicker it fills it, the better. Below 4060. Might get some bomb kicking in here. Could be a glitch. How much is this range from here to here? Around 37 bits. 46.7. 46.7. Yeah, so the faster you can fill this, chat, the better. Right, this is like 120 pips, so yeah, if you can fill that range, that'll be some volume for sure. This could be the first set of volume coming in today, so maybe you can still react off of here and still come back up, right? But if you can fill this, all you gotta do after this breakthrough here, and then, I mean, unfortunately, we won't be able to move the sell zones to below 40, 60 because this didn't really create that steep of a top wick afterwards, but below here is still okay in this area for us to take below 40, 30, 40, 20. That's what we're looking for. Let's delete this for now. Let's say more so below that, below the blue zone, I'll say below like 4,003-ish, unless there's more structure here, which there could be because this is a leg candle area, so you could get, if you gotta push down, you can get some more structure here. But yeah, I'll stay below the blue zone for now, which is maybe 600 pips away. 600 pips done. Pips. Six, seven tapped. So let's see, can I push through completely now? This, you see how fast it took to, or at least half of it so far, right? So like if it fills this range within a one candle, like look how long it's come up in the past, right? This took maybe 23 candles, 23 5-minute candles. This one only took, it's within the same 5-minute candle so far. So that's what your 1-2 pop is, just like, just indicates kind of volume, right? But you still got a little more to go here. And then the bottom of that area too, I think, is your flip. So you start coming down below in these areas, that's your flip. That's your 4-hour flip area. Cool. It's Zoom. I use Zoom annotations. Hey, this could also be a leg candle too. I don't think you got or maybe you did get a reaction earlier. I lied. This can still fill though. If that fills, you can get a steeper top wick. If you get a steeper top wick, maybe there's still a chance we can get below 40-60, chat. If you continue to push back up again. I mean, you only got like 5 minutes for a 4-hour closure, but if the next 1 hour candle opens up, top wick, and then you start shifting back into the ranges, because this could be the first set of volume, which means that this could, you know, not be the actual direction yet. But if you actually come up again, you'll then fill that 4-hour leg candle, right? That will be filled. And then as you start to shift back into the ranges, that could be our sell areas below these zones, right? Because then now you actually have steeper top wicks. But I want that to be filled. Also, these two candles right here in the 1 hour time frame are your invisible candles, so you can treat this too as invisible for the future. But it looks like, yes, they kind of already filled that range, so it might be less useful now. But still, this doesn't show much structure then if that's the case, or much resistance here if you block it out. I think if you block it out, you're looking at, you still got resistance right like around here, but like those highs up there you don't got to worry too much about. Like above like 40.88 could be clean traffic till 41.37. So that's what that could be used for. But let's see, maybe you can get a top wick first, Jack. 4 kind of will be closing weak bullish, right? So it's still nothing crazy, but there's a wick fill there. So if you can fill that wick, that'll be the lower high if you come back down. And then 4 flips, right? 4 flips, that's what you're looking for. For the move down to come down towards like 45.5. So let's say this move up, you will probably want to see at least like the leg candle fills. So that's 200 pips from where you are. After that becomes like 200-300 pips. So around here should be nice. Anywhere here for a top wick would be nice. And if you can tap into that zone, let's put this here for now. If you can tap into that zone and then come back into the ranges, that's going to be more sort of sells, but I wouldn't take it here because I'm missing some more information here. I don't have enough, right? But if you do get a top wick, then that's the information that you want to see. Pretty straightforward. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Yeah, basically a wick fill and a break back to the range would be nice, right? Because if this is the first set of volume, that's good, right? This could pick up as well. And you tapped into that 6-7 zone, right? And that's where you kind of reacted off of, just like a minor zone there. That was like your clean. That was like a no bottom wick zone on the minute, or was it the 15? I think it was the 15 I used. I forgot what I used earlier, but there was a no bottom wick there. I think it was here actually. This one right here. So that's not bad. That could be a new idea, chat. Because that's actually gonna print more information. All right, if you actually break outside this range and then start shifting back, like this would be more information. That's good. It's kind of what we said earlier too, in terms of it's similar to what we said earlier in terms of if you want to see the push up to create more information, then as you push back into the range, that's like your lower highs now. And the ranges are not bad. Below 60. Like this is maybe 120 pip range. Not bad at all. Not bad, not bad. Let's see, 4 opening. What's he gonna do? Flip here. Let's see. Wick fill. The faster you can do it, the better. The more earlier we'll get a trade idea. Give a leg candle on a 30-minute time frame as well, right here. How much is this? From here to here is 50 pips. Not bad. Not bad, not bad. true. Top wick. What's this then? 40.75. Is that gonna reject? If that rejects, you might not get a steeper top wick. Let's see. That's it. I used to think this is also the daily flip zone too. It's been flipping back and forth then, right? Between 75 and 55. Not bad, not bad. A little more structure now. Just a little bit, like around here. The previous 4-hour leg, yeah. Oh no, not this one. No. This one is though. This is what I'm looking at to get filled. This one is just a bullish candle with the top wick. This one is. This one could be too, if you treat it like one. This one definitely is right here. This minute one is. What's up, man? Let's see. Could it be? I think this blue range 2 chat is also very doable. I mean, that's the leg candle, right? It's just structure, really. But we'll see how. We'll see if we create structure within the zone, right? But I'm assuming if it does, you still need to wait for this to drop, pull back, and then as you get like these lower highs here, right? Eventually, you can look for ideas to fill the bottom of the blue range, which is just the 4-hour leg candle. So yeah, it doesn't need to be below 4,003. 4,003, I'm assuming, is like if you don't have that small time frame structure, because below 4,003, you're breaking a higher time frame structure. so that's why that's not required. But yeah, could be within the blue zone as well. I would prefer this though. If we can get it up here, that'd be nice. We need to come up for a top wick first, right? Just because you have a bit more range below like 55. $200 range. But this needs a tap into 4,100. Alright, so this is re-breaking the highs. So let's see. Could it be? Tap 75 now. Alright, so 75 is just like a minor resistance earlier. Is that what he said? Delete the comment. Waiting game? Yeah, it's a little bit today. Not too long though. A little bit. Grown ass man asking a grown ass man to take a trade, bruh. Well, I actually don't get it though. That part I don't get. Like I understand if like you're watching someone for guidance to get in trades, right? But like if you're gonna watch someone help guide you to get into trades, you can't rush them to get into trades. That's the part where it just makes no sense. It's like, bro, you really need me to get into Confluence to give you a Confluence on what you're taking, bro. You can just get in. If you want to get in so bad, get in the position, right? But if you're gonna watch someone for guidance or to copy a trade, that's fine, no problem. But to tell them to rush now, that's like, bro, you trying to tell you got FOMO, so you want someone else to FOMO with you? Like, bro, no, thank you. Rush. Y'all watch that movie Whiplash? I assume there's still no trade over 2 weeks. We got one yesterday. Let me update the record actually. 577, 123, 82. True. Hold on, maybe I can put the devious 01 trades in a separate so I can keep track of it. If I do this, it gets rid of it, right? Yeah, okay, let me just put that for now. Okay, I need to change this journal. Wait, where should I put this? But yeah, we got one yesterday on stream, NY session, 9:33 a.m. East yesterday. I'm gonna put devious on though. And now it only shows that one, right? Okay, cool. Seven six seven seven 7677.64 574 123 Breeze A2 and perfect. Rushing or dragon? Chad, you guys watch Odyssey yet? Penzo, did you watch Travis Scott in Odyssey yet? Bro, you gotta watch it. The movie is cinema. Cinema. What are your thoughts on getting in a trade right before NY Open? I normally wait until 9:30 because of volatility. I don't have a time restraint. Oh wow, it's not even 9:30 yet. I thought it was 9:30 already. No, I don't have like a before or after when it comes to like NYC or like ADM opening and all of that. It's just price will give me that indication that it's ready to go when I enter. Because regardless of the time, it's just the price action. If everything lines up, right? If the volume's there before, that's fine. Because it's not like I'm getting into a trade like to predict where it's going. Usually like I'll wait until like, you know, some type of volume kicks in. So it'll probably be followed by some type of move, right? Like let's say I have wick entry sells or something. It'll require a push up. If that happens at let's say 9:10, right? AM Eastern, 9:10 AM. That's 20 minutes before NYC open. Like this move up is an indication of volume. So if anything, like it's the same thing when it comes to looking at news. Like news price is already set in stone. Like before it even moves on the charts here, it's how I view it is like it's already set to go where it's supposed to go. No matter if news is coming out, no matter if news is not coming out, if there's an opening, if there's not an opening, price is like already directly supposed to go where it's supposed to go. We don't know where it's gonna be, right? But news or like NYC opens, ADM openings, like that stuff just kind of expedites that with the volume pushes that you get. So if you start seeing a move that comes up, like let's say now before NYC open in the next 5 minutes, it shoots up, that's volume. If you are to get a rejection here, it's supposed to reject here or not anyways, right? For example, like let's say we have something here, like for a 9, let's say we have 41.20, right? If this happens to come up before 9:20 in the next 4 minutes here, it taps into that zone and we have a wick entry sell idea. This is volume regardless if there's an opening or not, right? So like news and stuff or like openings will just kind of expedite that. But that's how I view it. Like I just think it may or may not be true. We'll never really know, to be honest, because like we're retail, right? But I see it as that, like it's already supposed to go where it wants to go. So either Trump tweets, you know how when sometimes like Trump tweets and then someone blows their account, they go, fuck man, Trump just fucked me up. Like no, he didn't fuck you up, bro. Price was supposed to go there already. Trump just expedited the process, you know? So it's like price is already set in stone. That's how I view it. We don't know where yet. We gotta figure that part out regardless, right? But in terms of areas that's supposed to go till, tap, reject, trend, direction, range, it already predetermined to move. because you really only blame Trump or like blame some type of like news when you take a loss, right? It's like when you win, it's like, oh man, great. But think about it. It's already supposed to go where it's supposed to go, right? All of that just makes that move faster and sharper, and that's volatility. But yeah, again, like, we'll never know, right? It's all just, that's what I work with at least. So, we'll never know. Thanks for sharing. First time vision channel. I'm beginner. Do you have a course or something? Way to watch, teach me one-on-one. Thank you. Solomon from Birmingham, UK. I don't have 1v1s, no, but I have I do have a course, DVSL 2, on my website, admeast.com. Or I have these free streams right here that you can tune into if you're a beginner. I'll say tune into these streams first if you're a beginner. See if you actually like mess with the strategy, if it works for you and suits for you. Otherwise, like, you're getting into stuff that you might not end up using. You want to get a feel for the strategy at least. Or you want to get a feel for, even for DVSL 1, right? Like, you don't want to be joining DVSL 1 and being like, why are stops 2,000 pips, Don? Bro, the free stream shows that at least the last 4 months here, right? The stops have been like around that 4 or 5 months, that really stops have been around that size. So you want to get a feel before you just jump in. What's the accent in the Birmingham? Stops before that? Before this? Probably like around, like closer to like 900, 800 pips, 700 pips. Because I think our loss before this, the one in January, was in June last year. And that one was maybe 7, not even. Our last loss was 762. Our last loss wasn't even 2,000. I don't think we ever had a 2,000 pip stop that got hit. Because we only adjusted our lots after this because stops got massive, right? But yeah, I think it was 700 pips around there, 700-800 pips. And the one before that loss was in June 2025. You know, these are losses, but like, you know, BEs type that got slipped and stuff. 174 last year in June. So I haven't really gotten a feel for like our actual stops for this year and last year. But I know our average drawdown, our one before that was 380. Like our average drawdown is maybe drawdown, let's go. Some average. Let's go since like up here. Average is like 59 pips. Wow, that's pretty small, man. That's pretty low. I thought it was gonna be a little higher. That's our average. That can't be right. Chat, am I doing this math right? Average, I go from there to there. Yeah, it shows 59 pips on average is our average drawdown out of all of our drawdown. But that doesn't look right, I feel like. Oh, I guess this is blank. There's blank ones. I don't know. Let's just go our last couple of trades then. Let's go from here to maybe here. Negative 85 pips. That sounds about right. That seems more about right. 85 pips on average drawdown. Sounds about right. Oh, here we go, chat. Are we filling the wick? I think we are filling that 4-leg candle. So we are maybe about 45 pips. No, yeah, 50 pips away from breaking the previous highs, and after that, right there, 50 pips more. So maybe 100 pips away from filling that candle, and that's what you want to see. If you can fill that candle on the 4 and then make your way back down below 5.5. We can look for some. This is a leg candle right here too. Let's see. Yo, Dontavius. What's up, man? What's up, Samson? Is there 2 Samsons in the chat? No, there's one. We do the 6-7 movement. Huh? That's the 6-7 movement. Highest win on a day. Highest win lately. Our highest win maybe it was like 100 pips. 170 maybe latest. Highest win on this account was what? What is the highest win? 130. 0.7 lot, 130. Let's see, man. NYC in 5 minutes. I can't believe it's not NYC yet. This day feels so slow. Holy shit. It feels like it's 10. Chat, is there F1 this weekend? Darren Watkins Jr. Two counts in the 15 could be a fake out. If you're desperately looking for trades here, I'll say yeah. If you zoom out, nothing really happens. So I wouldn't say it's a fake out. You know? If he's, I don't know. It is like it is, but is it like tradable? You know what I mean? Because there's plenty of ones where like you range, you break the lows, and then fake back end, right? But they're not all like, it's just the same with leg candles too. Like not every leg candle is like a tradable candle, right? Like there could be, sometimes it could be a leg candle on a minute time frame, or like not even, like maybe in the middle of the ranges. Like for instance this, like is this tradable? You know what I mean? Like there could be something way better in that. Or for instance like the 4 might be a little better in that. But this, you know, like in this, with this much restricted information is what I mean by like, is it even like how tradable is it compared to like a much higher time frame one? But like, you know, if you're like hunting for trades, you know, a lot of this would be like very tradable. That's what I meant by that. It's like, damn. Asian, yeah, I just trade Asian. I don't stream it, but we've had like really one Asian session trade. I was looking at it yesterday too. I saw you guys in the chat looking at it too, but yesterday it was just range. Asian was just range. It was just this, no direction, right? Still no direction. So you want that to break. But I don't stream it. I just call it in the channel if I take it. We had our last Asian, our only Asian session trade was maybe these ones that say DVSO 1. So we took three off stream. One of them was Asian, the other two was like NY session. Man, these markets, chat, holy. July has, do you guys think July is the slowest month of the year so far this year? I think it might be top 2. I think between July and maybe, I don't know, July seems pretty slow. In terms of pips, it's there. Like it's not the worst. I think there's been, hold on, maybe actually. July 2300, April or May 3.5 or something. Yeah, 3.5. April was 3.4. Yeah, this is technically the slowest month. The slowest month before this was December 2025. Damn. Remember the good old days, chat, when we were looking for this leg candle? Maybe like in June, before it got filled. And then before that leg candle, the good old days too, when it was in March and we were looking for this leg candle, the good old days. And then still, actually, hold on. You actually still have a leg candle right here that has not been filled yet as well. So if you do end up coming up in the future, you already got a body reaction, you already got the highs. You know for a fact anything above 5.4 is gonna be like just clean up towards that high 5.6. That's like 1.4 thousand pips. Swing, a little swing action in the future for 1.6k pips. But yeah, that's pretty cool. That has not been filled yet, so that's something I look forward to. Chat, you guys trade Asian? How many sessions do you guys trade? Asian, you took a sell from 490? Oh, nice. What'd you get? 490? This is a big move. This is a 600 move. Around 9 p.m., right? Yeah, 9 p.m. What's up, Daniel? What's up, Glow? Me, I'm looking to see if we can fill this 4-hour leg candle and then flip bearish. I'm looking for ideas within the yellow box coming down, but I want to see it tap into this blue range first. You're scared to hold? I'll take L when I hold. Well, you don't have to make the decision to hold. You know, you can make your life easier by just putting like break-even zones, set them before you get in, and then put trail stop zones and set those before you get in, and then like you can have multiple trail stop zones too. In each one that gets tapped, you just kind of move it and adjust it, right? Trail and profit. So then you don't gotta make that decision to hold or not. It's just price that makes that decision for you. But at least you can be like consistent in finding those areas every time by drawing them, and you draw them the same way every single time. So that's the best part about trading. You don't have to like, price usually makes the decision for you in terms of what it's gonna give you. Paint app, Zoom. What do you think about trading a funded account? Which is better? That's all subjective. I don't know. Whichever you make work for yourself. Honestly, I don't trade a funded. I just trade a live. I just prefer the freedom. And I don't know. I just like the freedom. I like the freedom. I like to have the idea that when I request a payout, I just get a payout. I don't gotta, you know, they don't gotta scan every single trade, make sure I'm consistent. Some type of consistency rule. But there's pros and cons to both, right? The cons of like a funded is that, or a live is that you're not funded, so it's 100% your capital. On a funded, the pros is you get funded, right? The cons is there's some rules to it. So whichever you make work. Whatever your goal is, like if your goal is to get more capital and you don't got the time and patience, fund it. If you got the time and patience, scrolling on the live, you don't ever gotta make a new account on the live once you make one. You don't ever have to deal with like someone telling you that, hey, your trading is below the consistency score, you need to go and buy a new challenge. Like you just have that account, right? You're in control of it. So pros and cons. Or you can do both. Whatever works. Whatever works. What are your thoughts during consolidation periods? Like range periods, I just stay out. Like it's simple. I think for me, it's just like stay out. If there's like nothing, like sometimes the ranges are tradable. Like depends on what time frame you're looking at it from, right? Like right now we're technically in a range on a higher time frame, but it's still very tradable. But like for instance, like right now, like if I'm considering this a range here, just stay out, really wait for your confirmations, because we know what we're looking for, we know what we're waiting for, so it doesn't matter if it's ranging or not. Like we're still regardless looking for that particular move, right? You want to see I want to see a top wick in these areas, And then I want to see if you can shift back below 5.5, and then below 5.5, if you were to get a top wick here first, I'm looking for sells below here. So it's just like same shit, range or not, like regardless, you gotta wait for that to play out. Either way, you gotta wait, right? Ranging or driving condition or like liquidity situation, you gotta wait for something, some confirmation anyways. But you don't have to like force something just like, you don't have to trade every day, right, chat? Like some days, like for instance yesterday's FOMC session we came on, there was nothing. There doesn't always have to be something. You don't have to make your time worth it in trading. It's not how trading works. Sometimes your time is like 2 weeks for a trade. Sometimes it's 2 weeks for a loss. Sometimes it's like you show up, you lose money, you gotta pay the bill. Sometimes you show up, you make money, but you're not in control of that. You can't control like what is gonna happen that day, right? That's why it's called trading. But you could make the best decisions that day, which is waiting for your plays to kind of play out. That's the only thing you could control. Your discipline, your patience for those setups. Hey, this is some nice volume here, by the way. This is decent, much better than earlier. So you got a top wick here. Let's see, NYSE opened how long ago? 8 minutes ago. So yeah, this has been going up since. So very good, chat. Let's see, can this continue? Can this continue? It's half the blue zone, so that's good. Now, question is, can you come back down below that? What was it? Can you come back into these zones here? The only thing left over is structure, small time frame structure. If you come back down, we don't know if it's gonna come down or up, right? But we have the minimum requirement for a move if you were to come down now, is what that means. What we're looking for, this zone is, let's see, this is 55 zone, so yeah, that was some type of support we had, right? So not here, I'll say more so below 55. Yeah, below 55, you want to see structure below there, so yeah, you still gotta shift down maybe 230. And then this could be seen as like a top wick now, if it does shift back down. For me, funded so I have 50K for live. Yeah, it just depends on what your goals are. That's really it. I wouldn't like try to say one's better than the other though. It just depends. Let's see. The move up was pretty quick, so the move down is quicker. What's that gonna tell you, chat? Chat, let's see who pays attention. I'm tired of this. Chat, if the move down is quicker than the move up, what does that mean? What could that mean? What could that lead to? Let's see, part two. Quiz, that's part two. Who's gonna get the right answer this time? If the move up, or if the move coming down here corrects that move up, but coming down, it's a 1-2 pop. What does that mean? One, two, three, pop. Yeah, but what does that mean though? If let's say this move up comes up like this, right? But then the move like this took how long? 1, 2, 3 candles to come up. Let's say the move down now corrects it within one motion. What does that? What is that gonna indicate? Not continuation. Not yet, at least, because you still higher time frame, right? But in this like exact scenario, it's a 1-2 pop that is correct. But what does a 1-2 pop indicate? What did I say, chat? I say it quite often. It means overall direction, a little closer, a little closer. But what does it mean? Like, what's the exact word that I use? Like that, I use that term. There's a fake out. It could be a fake out. Could be a fake out. But I'm looking for. I'm describing the 1-2 pop. If it comes down much sharper than it took to come up. If let's say on the way up it took like 50 candles, on the way down it took 10. What does that mean? Could be liquidity sweep, but that's not what I'm looking for. 1-2 pop, chat. Grab liquid. It is technically it is that, but I'm describing like the volume. The way to describe the volume here, like what would that move down represent in terms of like volatility? If it took like, let's say 1 count to come down versus 3 counts to come up, or 5 counts to come up, like in terms of less counts to come down one direction. Solid control basically could be the right answer, but I'm looking for a term, chat. Spreads are good due to volume. It could be that too. That's the same, but no, not that. Yo, let's see. Move down, move up was liquidity, volume, move down quicker and sharper. There we go. Savio. Indivista 1, so on God, chat. Savio says the move down quicker and sharper than the move up. Yeah, so yeah, basically like you could say liquidity, but volume, right? Like that's what that represents for me. It's like if you come down a lot sharper than it took to come up, it's like, let's say it took less candles, that's gonna represent a much sharper move, which means that it's more in control. That direction is more in control. Like likely is to be more bearish, right? So yeah, volume, you could say that too. There's more volume on the way down. Some people say volume. That's I think a lot of like correct answers, but I was looking for a certain word. Not bad though. We gotta do more of these ones, bro. Not bad. Accumulation, distribution, manipulation. You said fake taxi. Use the JPY. Wow, what's happening with that? The dude drop his Cash App. I don't know if everyone has Cash App. I don't think he did. I didn't see no Cash App. How many times you stream per day? That's a crazy question. One time. John Lambo FX. That's a crazy name. Singapore? Damn. Singapore. All right. Hey, Leg candle very close to getting filled. It's I'll say in general though, there is a top wick, so it's way better than earlier if you were to come down. Now the only thing is you gotta come down, and if you do come down, you want that move to be pretty sharp, right? So again, I don't know if it's gonna go down. I don't know if it's gonna go up from here, but I know that the minimum thing that I wanted to see was a top wick here. It's done. So the only thing left in order for us to get that particular sell idea is if you were to correct this move now and then come back down below 55, and then below 55 we're looking for something, right? Otherwise though, how close are we to 4200 here? 4200, 1400 pips away. So I don't have any buy ideas, chat, until 4200 for now. That could change though, especially if you start making your way above and breaking above this high. The only thing left over is maybe a bit of structure above, and then eventually we can get ideas in this area. But that's still gonna be maybe at least like 900 pips, maybe less. No, 700 pips until you break the high. So that's the next step if you want buys. So that's gonna be the next minimum requirement from my end if I want the buys. And I was hoping in July we'll get a buy, but that looks like we're coming to an end. Where's top wick sell? Oh shit, I forgot about that idea. Top wick sell, I don't think that's gonna be until 4200, because if you break the 4-hour structure here, like it's or you don't want anything here because it's way too close to breaking the highs, right? So if you take a wick entry sell at any given point, this could break, and if this breaks, your next zone is 42. So I don't have any wick entry sells today until like 4200, which is like a higher time from one. Wick entry sells won't be until 42. It's more so a higher time frame. You're expecting like reactions here, but I wouldn't look for anything for wick entry sells in this area down. Would you wait until below 55 to look for sells? Yeah, below 55 is what I got, if you were to break that. Wick entry sells though, not today. I think today was the first day in the last 2 weeks where we didn't have wick entry sell ideas. But part of that too, chat, is because it's much more bullish in the last, like today, than the last 2 weeks really, in terms of structure. Like you had to move up like this, and then you had a higher low. So this could be a higher low, and this can just continue, right? So taking wick entry sells are a little tough. It's not just about the zones. Like we could have had a 137 2 weeks ago or 2 days ago, right? That was different. But look, 2 days ago, you already printed a high. You already printed a high, right? So if you re-break those highs, it's likely gonna push through. So then taking wick entry sells is like a little more tough. Maybe there could be an adjustment. 4200, I'm pretty sure, is next zone. But not until then. Let's see, where could it be? 42. Let's see if we get the wick entry sells. Maybe 4193 here. That could be doable. 4195. That's gonna require, you want to see a push up though. A push up with no pullbacks then, if that's the case. 900 pips. 4195. That's not too bad as well. But yeah, you then would want to see this push through, right? So that's 960 more pips. Who knows? Maybe it could be possible if you push up. Is it going to 42? I don't know. I have a wick entry sell here though. I have an idea here. If it were to go up, that's my idea for wick entry sells. But from like, we'll take advantage of that reaction in these areas down towards like the bottom of the wicks. So down here. So maybe like the range is around like 200 pips here. But I don't know if it's gonna go up, right? So that's why like I don't have any positions for buys here. I don't have buys until 4,200 until up here, so I'm gonna let this fly. Or maybe if you get more structure, that could be very possible, but it's gonna require, you know, a push back down obviously, and then more structure going up, and then above 41.37 won't be too bad because now you have all of this structure, but that's still gonna require a move down, right? Let's see. Spreads are pretty good here. This might glitch through here, chat, all the way to the top of the blue range, 160 pips. I think there's a leg candle right here on the 5, right there. That wick is maybe 87, 88 pips. This is your invisible candle here, so this is not going to really be a struggle as well. So yeah, that could be clean traffic all the way through. Up until around like 41.21. Could be a reaction area. Are you going to be placing an order or just tracking the candle? Are you going to be watching the stream or just waiting for a signal, bruh? I've been repeating my ideas throughout the entire stream, Solomon. You just gotta, you know, pay a little bit of attention. You'll know what I'm looking for. You'll know what I'm looking for, bro. I've been repeating the same ideas throughout the session. So it's just waiting. It's just waiting until those ideas happen. Once they happen, we'll be in. $4,100. You're entering this blue zone. Like there could be a bit of clean traffic up until like 41.18 here, at least. Let's see, this 5 leg candle is not bad, guys. This one right here, you still need like a reaction of that, and then on top of that, the invisible candles right here. Like this isn't really gonna be too much of a struggle. This should break through up until like 41.17 zones. That's it. Let's see if you get the leg candle, maybe we can get ideas here. But you want to see a reaction off of 07 then, because that's the leg candle on the 5, right? right here. I think maybe, yeah, bottom. If you can tap into like 07 and then pull back to like, I'll say 4100, you got to then re-break the highs and hold this area right here. And then if you can hold that, again, this is all clean traffic till 18, but you need to tap this first for the body reaction. So a little more in this, just a little more. Another 20 pips. The 1 hour is like, this is like all gonna be invisible here. So if you block that out, that's what I mean by that, because they're just two dojis. If you block this out, right, this is all just one clean range. Let me just do it on the trading view so it's easier. If you block this out, chat, like this is all just clean traffic. All the way up until like 18, 20 zones. All right. Let's see. Maybe we can get a leg candle. Maybe we can get a buy. I need to see that reaction though. Otherwise, we don't have anything after that up until 41.94. All right, 07 tap. Can you get a bottom wick now? Let's see. All of the 41. If we get in, stops are gonna be 17, 8, 1790. 1790, you can probably go, wow, we actually might use something bigger than a 0.5. Let's see, pushing halfway through it though, right? So we still need that reaction. 1790, you're looking at 0. 1790, 0.07, 0.8, 0.7.8. If we were to get in there, we still need the reaction here, chat. If it just fills it, it fills it. Because this is the leg candle, and it's only up until 20 zones, right? So you're still got 80 pips away, but you need a reaction. That's it. You want to see minimum, chat? Like, you still want to see like 4101, 4105. Because we don't have anything else here. From like here up towards like 95. Like, that's my next idea. At 4195. And you filled it. So yeah, it looks like we're not going to have anything here. I was only going to look for this, chat, if we were to get that body reaction, right? And yeah, 1 hour like the invisible accounts got filled, right? So this isn't really too much of a struggle area too. So now like this is all, I'm not too sure what happens here though. From like 41.20 up towards here. That's 700 more pips, but that's our next wick entry sell zone. So our stops 18, yeah, but I don't think we're gonna get them now. I was looking for this range. This range was like maybe 85 pips. But anything here could just be reaction zones now. I'd say a little higher, maybe like around here. 41.37 zones. Yeah, stops are 18 though. That's pretty tight. We haven't had like a idea like that in a minute. It's because for the sells, like all the sells we've been taking the last couple of weeks, it's been the same zone. It's been like the same, like 4130 zones, like up here. These top wicks. It was either usually this or usually this that we were using. So you got the reaction now, right, chat? But that's after the range fills, so there's no more leg candle here. But the good thing too, chat, is now you actually filled the daily leg candle, right? So this is also good too. It's not useless, because if you start coming back down now below 41.55, you can look for the sells there too. But very key now though, something you want to pay attention to, chat, is how much quicker this move coming down is. If it is a move down, right, this can still be higher low, so we won't know until it actually starts breaking below 55. And yeah, but yeah, that filled the leg candle on daily. That got filled completely now, right? Daily leg candle fill was all the way up until 41.15. And then below 55 is after the 4-hour flip too. What time was it? 10? 1 hour opening. Yeah, let's see. Could get corrected. You want to pay attention, chat, because look, this took how long to go up? This wasn't bad. It was pretty good actually. This took maybe 12 minutes to come up, or no, this took maybe 68 candles to come up. So if let's say in some universe this corrects it within like less than 68 candles, like maybe 10 candles or something, 5 candles, right? However long it takes, like that's gonna show lots of information. So that's gonna matter in terms of direction and biases. For a bear bullish leg, yeah, below 50, yeah. I'm assuming, and that could be a runner too, because if like there's really no reason for this to come back down now, because this is a move up, right? It's like ideally like this should continue up, but there's no reason as to why it should come down. But if it does come down and create structure, what does that mean? That means that this entire move is liquidity, if that is what is to happen. So Don uses the higher time frame to reach structure and lower time frame for entry. Yeah. So yeah, every day I'll mark up starting from the daily down. Then like when we enter, it's usually on the 5, 15 or a minute. Sometimes the 1, the 4 we could use too. But either way, yeah, we're always trying to utilize all. Like we're looking at all. Like if you come down here below 55, even though it's a 4-hour flip, I'm looking at the minute in terms of like how much structure, how much quicker the move down is as well. That's gonna matter as well. But the more the merrier when it comes to time frames. Let's see, 20 got tapped, right, chat? So got a reaction. This move up was maybe 500 pips. So it's not that bad. Let's see. Is minute gonna re-break the lows? If it does, then I'll say more so below here. If it starts breaking into a yellow zone, it gets very interesting in terms of correcting the move, which means that this move up could be liquidated and it might have not been an actual directional day. So far though, I think the move up still is considered faster. This took 3 minutes and this took like maybe 6 minutes to come down. So There's that. Spreads you want to pay attention to too as well. Just smaller confluences, nothing crazy. Will it be the first bullish monthly closure? Oh yeah, monthly is gonna close, right? Yeah, it looks like it may be. Might be the first one you have. Could very well be. Damn, I remember this structure. Wow, chat, look. Look, you know what's crazy? This is 3 years of us on stream. We started streaming in like March 2020, right? Around here. Look, all the way up until 2024, we're ranging. This is really new. Like all-time highs, this is since 2024, March. But like for the first 4 years of us trading on stream, we were in a range. So like, for everyone that's like, oh, your stops are too big now, Don. Look at what we were trading like 2 years ago. We're in this yellow range. Like this, look, this date is March 2020, bomb at the bottom, and then all the way to here was March 2024. So yeah, look, this range here was maybe what, 4,000 pip ranges for 4 years. Of course our stops are going to be smaller, right? That's why, like, yeah, we're also getting a much smaller average in pips too. But the risk was like, it was very possible to be a 100 pip stop loss, a 200 pip stop loss. Like those structural levels were just much smaller. But you can compare it to now, right? Like now it's like, look at this. Like, you know, this range here is like triple or double. This range here is like 160,000 or 16,000, right? So basically 4, 8, 12, 16, four times this range down here. So stops are what? 4 times as well. You know what I mean? That just goes to show conditions do change. And this might be a fake out here. Let's see. First lower high after the higher low. Lots of potential today, chat. I think the day just started. Bro, can we enter the market today? What do you mean, can we? You can enter. You have your own MT5 screen. You can just go up here and click buy or sell, and then you'll be in. You'll be in position, bro. Don't worry. You can get in. You don't need to wait for my call. The Robin's Cup? Yeah. I think maybe not this year though. I think it starts in January. Hold on, I'll be back in like 2 minutes. 2 minutes, 2 minutes. A Polish dude? Ooh, a trader? There's Polish live streamers? You see my room looks good? Thank you, bro. Thank you, dude. Oh, like on the leaderboard. Polish dude. What's up, Jordy? Lord Pretty Flaco Jordy. How you doing? How you doing? I'm surviving. Huh? Gold goodbye now? I don't know. I don't have anything until 4200, 4236. I had that short-term idea right there. Or like that very short-lived idea, but that got filled quick. That's about it though. I have ideas for sells below 55 if you come down there. I have ideas for buys above 42.36. I have wick entry sell ideas at 41.94, and that's about it so far for the day. Hey buddy, you taking a trade now? Fuck, bro. I'm just gonna here. Hello. I'm looking for wick entry sells at 41.95.92. I'm looking for buys at 42.36. I am looking for sells below 40.55 if you come back below there. I'm looking for wick entry sells at 41.95.92. I'm looking for buys at 42.36. I am looking for sells below 40.55 if you come back below there. I ain't gotta say it no more. I'm just gonna record my answers. Pretty straightforward, chat. Fuck, I'm just not. Yo, that's a clever. I'm just gonna start recording the morning analysis every day. It's gonna be a 15-minute recording. Just play it. Bro, my live account won't open. Didn't you go full margin yesterday? Damn, they banned you? No way. You said USD JPY. That's 3 people down. But what's wrong? Let's see USD JPY. Let's see what everyone's talking about today. USD JPY. Yo, what the fuck happened? I haven't seen this in a minute. 500 pips. Whoa. Holy. So what's SPX doing? Nothing. Just US30 doing. Nothing. Wait, what happened in USD Was that news from last night? Is that what that was? I think I saw something with the yen last night. Was that it? Last night, about 12 hours ago, I think. No. What did I see yesterday? Holy, what the fuck happened? I mean, at the end of the day, nah, but that's a monthly range. That's not fair, Steve. Same thing happened here. Yeah, shit. Pretty big move on GJ. USD. What's GJ doing then? Is it going down? It's the yen, right? Yeah, GJ as well. Damn, down towards. Okay, nice. Lots of volume. Oh, gold coming down as well now, chat. Let's see, can it come down below 55? Remember, you want to pay attention to the moves up versus the move down, right? So far, I mean, from here on, it took how long? 23 candles to come up, and it took maybe 19 candles to come down. So a little stronger. It could get a lot better though. So we'll wait for that below 55, right? That's because their version of SP500 has two companies weighing the index at around 45%. So when those two companies start selling off, the whole market crash. These two started taking out loans to buy, and they were using leverage. You said the Korean markets? Wait, have we ever witnessed this on stream before? On yen? Like, I feel like maybe 2024. I wasn't trading it back then, though. 2020. Damn, this is actually like a pretty sharp move. 2024, you had something similar, but in like around July. If you technically, chat, if you look at this, this is like slow and sluggish on the way up, right? So maybe a 1-2 pop back down. Nah, but damn. So when he get liquidated, it keeps flying down. Damn. $500 move down and a 600 move down on GJ. Wow. How about GP USD? No, right? No, it's yen. So coming down. Damn. How should I approach evolving my edge over time? Just keep journaling. Keep journaling and tracking each trade that you take, each setup, and entry type. And I think naturally, like all the plays that I have and everything that I form just happens through time. Like I think lately we've been using a lot of those like pink and yellow zones. I don't know if you've seen them. Me use them on stream before. Something as slight as that, just naturally as I start noticing it more, we just tend to use it. Like leg candles that took like 8 months to kind of form. When it comes to like looking at spreads, that came over time, different times of the at different time, and like I think that came like maybe 2 years ago. When we started doing like range 1 and range 2s, like that came in like 21. Like just one thing leads to another. Like I think just the best way is to not like force it though. Like you can't just expect to like wake up and find something that you utilize, you know. It's just different tools for different situations, really. Like we're not always gonna pull out a leg candle play. We're not always gonna pull out a celery, or we're not always gonna pull out an onion. We're not always gonna pull out the yellow and pink ranges to identify volume. We're not always gonna pull out spreads, but you know, I think there are just tools that we added through time. But you gotta know how to use your tool, right? Like you want to build your own tool too. You don't want to like use someone else's tool because you don't know how they got to that point. You don't know all the in and outs of that tool, right? So you want to make sure whatever you use, like preferably if you could find it on your own through your own experience. Let's say one of your tools is Fibonacci retracement, right? Or let's say one of your tools is like drawing supply and demand, right? You want to make sure you found your supply and demand, you found how to draw it, you found the best way to utilize it, and that just takes time to try it and more reps, right? The more reps you have drawing your supply and demand zones, the more confident you'll be drawing them, the more you can rely on them, right? But if you watch someone else do it, you might not get the exact same zones, you might not use it in the exact same way as them, you might not know how they're using it. So I think just like take your time with things. Like there's no rush. Like it's better to just let it come through sample sizing, like in live markets, and it can take a period of months, rather than hopping on a simulation and then forcing an idea or forcing a setup or forcing a play or forcing some type of tool of nowhere. Like you want that to form with time. So I think that's just the best way, just taking your time with it. But you got to journal to figure out, you know, what you're actually going to do. Because every play that I've had started off with one thing, and that was just transport resistance, right? And then through time, we learned about fakeouts, liquidity, range 1, range 2s, you know, like we went through different phases of like looking for certain things. And now we have a playbook out that has the whole chart in terms of what we're looking for. So this wouldn't have happened though with transport resistance. That's where it started though, right? I didn't just do this overnight. I didn't just wake up one day and be like, yeah, this is how I'm going to view the charts, right? We had to learn about fakeouts before it got to this point. And then now we have these 3 market cycles that we constantly look for, or that always prints. Yeah, just let it come through time. Like you don't gotta force it. Like even like the yellow and pink zones, like that's something very new, right? But like Pens already started picking it up. So it's like, I don't know, I have a community too, so whatever I do on stream, usually like someone would pick up over time and ask me about it again in the future, and then that just kind of like resharpens it, or just it's just a constant reminder of the idea, right? But like I don't always draw it out. I'm not always gonna use it. in certain scenarios we could use it more than others. But yeah, I have a community, so like we kind of, everything that I've had onto my stream, leg candles, celeries, onions, it was all through the community over time. But you can do the same without a community. Bro, advise me on how to stay disciplined. Every time when I scale up, I start to risk crazy. Every time you scale up, you start to risk crazy. Like what? Like scale up your lot size or something? Maybe you're just scaling up because you're scaling up with emotions. You don't have a strategic, like, consistent plan to scale up. If you're gonna scale up, make sure you always scale up at that whatever strategy you have. Like, let's say your strategy is every 100% of the account you increase your lots. Every time you hit 100% of your account size, increase your lots. Do the same thing, and whatever you do, just imagine what you would do at 100 mil if you had a 100 mil balance. Because a lot of times it's like, if you have a smaller balance, you're gonna want to scale up quicker because you want to get to that point sooner, but you're not gonna like gradually build your way there, and then you're missing a lot of like gaps in your learning or in your discipline on if you just rush that process. So a lot of times just because you want to get somewhere faster, and I don't know, in trading, you can't really do that in trading. You gotta just take your time with it. Sometimes, bro, it takes 8 months sometimes to develop a play. It's not gonna take a simulation session overnight. But you can pick whatever strategy though, like whatever strategy you have for increasing your lots, right? Maybe it's like for you, it's like every $1,000, or maybe for you, you're using percentage risk. So that's something simpler you could do. Like, instead of like looking at it in terms of like balance and like pips and dollars, look at it in terms of percentages. Like, what are you risking per trade? Let's say you want to risk 10% per trade. You know, it's all up to you with your win rate and how often you take losses, but whatever that is for you, let's say 10%. Okay, cool. Your lot size, that number stays the same. Your lot will increase and decrease based off of like how big your balance is, right? But no matter if you take a loss or a win, you're still risking that same 10%. Or let's say you want to risk 1%, same thing. Just keep risking 1%. Punch into a calculator. Like, if my stop loss is, let's say 400 pips, what is going to be 1% of what is going to be 1% with, like, what lot size do I use to risk 1%? You can even chat GPT it, and it'll give you like your lot size right then and there. How many years in trading? 8 years. 8 years. Chat, you guys ain't even gonna trade today, bro? Holy. 10:30 here. 10:32. Wow, 50,000 trades on Len. On the 1 minute time, Founder moves down, and Stranded moves up. Yeah, I think earlier it was, but I think this just started slowing down here, so. I think this moved down in general though. Yeah, it was a bit quicker, about like five candles, I think. But you still gotta break through this now, right? And it just started to range, so if anything, it looks like it ranged more here than here. Let's see. Maybe we'll pick up again. Do you think it will come up more? I'm looking for wick entry sells at 41.95.92. I'm looking for buys at 42.36. I am looking for sells below 40.55 if you come back below there. I have no idea, but those are the things I'm looking for right there. Are trade locker live accounts? What, all trade lockers shut down? Prop firms are scams, bro. Shake my head. What happened? Telegram? No, I don't have a Telegram. I got a Discord though. Every day we hear the same shit, huh? What's this? Yo, tier 1. D Master Pips 1. Thank you, bro. Oh man. Let's see, will it flip? Yeah, we're really far though, man. I don't know if we can get anything today. This is like 860 pips away from the wick entry sells, and maybe 500 away from the continuation sells, and maybe 1300 away from the buys. Damn, look at that rejection off of our zona. I don't know when this zone was from, to be honest, but honestly, if you think about it, the GJ hasn't had volume really since like maybe 2016. Before that, maybe 2008. These moves up are very slow. So we'll be here till 11, okay? And then we'll see what's up. 20 more minutes. Today Thursday? Thursday, right? It feels like a Friday. Hopped in a trade every day. We get 3 trades a week, so I'm on every day, but we get like 3 trades a week on average. This week I think we've had 1 double. The last 2 weeks we've had like 1 each week, but I think that is the average though. Still, right? Yeah, 3 trades a week right here. Trades per week on average is 3. Sometimes more, just depends. But we haven't really had like a 4 or 5 week since like maybe the beginning of the year. So it just depends on the month and how volatile things are. Very nice. One hour might close, yeah, leg candle. If it flips bullish here, guys, and it closes in about 17 minutes bullish here, it could be a leg candle on the 1. So Maybe that move could be quick. I think there's a 5 leg candle here too, right? One hour flip. Imagine watching a chart like this close, you have mad FOMO. Which second? Does NT5 have seconds? Why can't I get that close to NT5? You gotta zoom in. Yeah, press the plus button. Wardo? Sure. Why not? There's nothing really we're doing right now. Gotta wait for this thing to move anyways. Alright, let's do trade. All right. Let's see. Trade. Chat. Don't. I can't look at chat. Okay. Don't tell me the answer. W. H. E. Phone. Okay. Slime. Okay, not bad. 3 leathers. 2 more. Easy. Easy. Is this the word? It's gotta be a U, right? It's L-U-M-E. L-U-M-E. So it's gotta be like... right? L-U-M-E. Because what else can it be there? Yeah. Or maybe, is it double letters? Not right. PME. Let's try that. Easy. So what's the word then? Gloom? Is gloom a word? Gloom? That's gloomy. Gloomy. Plume. Gloom. Vroom vroom. VO. KL. Gloom. Flume. Flume. Oh, this makes sense. There we go. Flume. W flume. Easy. What else can I play, chat? Too easy. Too easy. Is there a music one? Anyone know any music ones? Spotto? What's Spotto? Spotto? Didn't we play Spotto? We used to play 6 games. We used to play. Remember back in the day? Bro, we used to play like 6 games before hopping off every time. Minimum like 6 games. My favorite one was the angle game. The angle game was OP. That was OP. Any music ones though? I swear I want to play those music guessing ones. That's my lane right there. #1 music guesser. Spotto. Spotto was the music one? What's Spotto? Oh yeah, it is the music one. Let's try Drake. Okay, so male from Canada. Close? Bro, US? Male? Fucking Post Malone. US male. Alright. What's another artist, chat? Stevie Wonder. What? Need a different genre. Oh, it shows the debut. Oh, okay. So higher than 1962. Damn. Higher than 1962, lower than 2009. Popularity is above 500. Wow, they put Drake as #1 popularity. Let's see. Below 10, 1962. Let's put Kanye West. Okay, so below 2004, lower than 7. Oh wait, it's not hip hop. Damn, why did I do that? Let's put Daft Punk. Oh wait, no, they're not US. They're not from America. Close to 1997, below. It's probably like in the 90s, right? What's that guy's name, chat? Nirvana. Wait, hold on. Nirvana, 2 members, electronic. Let's try Nirvana. Rock, male, above 1989. Okay. Popularity below 172. Who could this be? Rock. I don't know a single person from Rock. Let's go. $1990. How about Green Day? They're Rock, no? Close to 90 above. Fuck, bro. I'm cooked. I don't know. 200. Less popular than 205. Bro, GG's. Let's see. Let's just go through all the leathers. Rock, right? They're older. No, Iron Maiden. Imagine Dragons. These balls. One Republic. I swear they're 2000s. Let's see, chat. Polo G. Arctic Monkeys. They're not Rock. These guys are not Rock. S. Nope. Da Baby. Nope. Nope. Guns N' Roses. Hold on. Guns N' Roses. Guns N' Roses. Oops. Let's see. H. No. Fuck, I don't know, bro. Let's try this. 1987. They're older. Damn, okay. Chat, who is this? L. Lincoln Park. Oh, that was close. I have one more guess though. Hold on. I have one more guess. One more guess, chat. That's close. Hold on. Lincoln Park. 6 members. Which band has 6 members from Rock? Damn. 2000. Below 2000 and... Okay, so yeah, below between 91, no, higher than 91, yeah, between 91 and 97. 91 and 97 is gonna be Zac Efron. Oh, Coldplay. Do they have 6 people? I swear that's a 1-person, 2-person thing, no? Coldplay. C. V. B. Wait, there's more? Oh shit, I'm missing on a lot. Damn, I don't know, bruh. Lincoln Park, 1997 to 91, 6 members, male band, Rock, America. Maroon 5. No, they have 5 people. They don't even Rock though. Damn, bro, I don't know. Who is this? 6 people, Backstreet Boys. Chat, is that a Rock band? Fuck it, let's try it. Fuck, they had 5 members. Damn. Who the fuck is Foo Fighters? Wait, do I know any who is Foo Fighters? Foo Fighters. Any songs I know? I don't know who they are. Not gonna lie, man. Not gonna lie. Top song? Would have never known. Foo Fighters probably. I listen to them a lot. Wait, for real? You listen to Foo Fighters? You listen to Foo Fighters? Wait, actually? That's Aura, bro. Damn, bro. I thought I was gonna give you something just now. Damn. I was like, if you listen to Foo Fighters, bro, and you're from Poland, bro, that's like plus 1,000 Aura right there. Red chili hot peppers. All right, 11 a.m. here, guys. What are we gonna do now? Let's see. Session stop loss. I'll put it up here for now. 41.12. Okay. If we break that high, we'll call it a day. Foo Fighters. It's now or never. Now or tomorrow. What's tomorrow, chat? Tomorrow is employment cost index, Chicago PMI, revised UOM consumer sentiment, revised UOM inflation expectations. Not bad, not bad. Not too shabby. Not bad. The last day of the month tomorrow too, chat. So let's see. See what tomorrow brings us. I don't think we have that one, Spaceman. I don't think we have a sub one. What's up, W10? W10 Productions. Chat, do you guys think we're gonna trade today? Spam a 1 if you guys think we're gonna trade today. Spam a 2 if it's GG's. Tomorrow's Friday, so you know, tomorrow I think we get the most trades on the Friday, surprisingly. So maybe. Oh, actually I lied. It's between Wednesday and Friday, but you know what? It might be Friday actually. 11:36, 10:36. Yeah, Friday. We've taken the most trades on a Friday, so could get some tomorrow. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Not again. Twos, GG's. The best chart to trade is that. This opens up the orders, right? You know, one time I clicked on this and it just sent a random signal. Send these test messages. Sent new order. Let's see, guys. It's now or never. We have a session stop loss placed right here. So if you break the high, GG's. But if you could continue down here below 5.5, we could look for something. This one here is 5.5. This one here is 5.5. Watch time, we don't have that. That doesn't work on YouTube. It'll be cool to have that though. I can actually see. I was on Twitch. It's a sell, no target 40 to 1. I don't have anything for sales until below 45.5. So below your target. I don't got anything going on in this area. I need this to come down below 5.5 to confirm what's gonna happen next. So if it is able to recorrect this entire range here, below 5.5 is what I'm looking for. Earlier we had I think 4,003, but then the higher you go, right, the more structure you have. So then we can move the zones further down. So then or further up. So then we end up moving it down to 4.55. That was explained earlier today though, before the move up. So yeah, we got to move up. So we got the minimum requirement. Now it's just a matter of whether you can drive down or not. And that's what I'm looking for positions. But I don't have anything between. At least for now. Unless you get more information. And the only way you can get more information if you re-break the highs and then shift down. And then yeah, below here I'll look for something. But until then, let's see, chat. Let's see. Is this move gonna be quicker? It might be. It might be a glitch. It could be a late session today. I wouldn't call it a day just yet. We have a session stop loss though, right? At 41.12, and we're just gonna keep moving that down as you continue to drop down. Like I'm pretty sure if you continue to break below these areas, we'll move our session stop loss to these highs. You think it will happen today? I don't know. It's not too far away. It's like 370 more pips. So if today's session didn't really wake up yet, which there's a possibility that today didn't really do much, right? Because I mean there wasn't much. It's in the same range. So there's a possibility that it could happen, yeah, because it's only 360 pips to drive down more. So if that happens, man, I wonder what else can happen today then. So yeah, it's a possibility for sure. Leg candle on the 5, on the 15 on the GJ. Hey, has anyone used anyone here in the chat used like leg candles on different time frames or different pairs, like GJ or like US30 or NAS 100? Has anyone tried that? But that was no leg candles, right? Still waiting for the explainer video. Working on it. Let's see, chat. Could be quicker. So let's see. This range here took how long to go up? Between here and here is your next area. This took maybe 48 candles. So if this could correct that range within less, 1-2 pops down to fill it, shit, man, we're in that zone. We'll be in that zone. Even below here won't be too bad. Let's see, maybe a 7-7 if you create structure. If you can tap 7-7, pull back towards like 8-9 and then re-break below 7-7, I don't see why not. Because what's gonna happen is like you opened up here, you came up. If you come back down, push back up towards, you tap. So let's say you opened up, right? This is the candle I'm drawing out right now, live. This candle, boom, came up, tap, made a high at 41.21. If it shifts down below 7-7, rejects off of 7-7, we don't know if it is, but if it does, and you get a top wick at 89, which is just the next resistance. As you re-break below, this is now more structure, right? So then below 7-7 could be very doable as well, and you can anticipate that candle to flip bearish, which is down at 65. So that's not bad. So let's see, 7-7 and 90. Let's add those two zones. 7-7 and 90s around here. Let's see. Put a little lower actually. Let's go 7-5. Yeah, 7-5. That's the wick break. So if you can break that wick and you get a pullback, that pullback could be a higher low, right? So if you do get a higher low, you come out towards 90, but then 90 doesn't continue up like it should, comes back down to re-break. That's below here is your continuation. Right before the 4-hour flip. CP down here, 60s. Not bad. Let's see, chat. Very keto, right? You want this to correct a lot quicker than it took to come up earlier. Damn. Who put 2s earlier? We might actually get something today. Daily flip 2s around the 4-hour flip, or yeah, daily flip and 4-hour flip are very similar, same areas. So yeah, it's either we can still get a 60 or 5.52. If it just pushes through, then we'll get a 5.5, right? Like the only way, chat, I can get earlier is if there's more structure. Otherwise, below 5.5, it's gonna be there for those ideas. But if anything, we can get it here, right? You just need to push down and a pullback. to 90 and then a re-break, and below here is all clean. That's the only way I can get it before 5.5. This one here is 5.5. I get some water. We'll be right back. All right. So pull back here. So this one I can still flip too, right? So we have a session stop loss chat at 41.12, but if you flip bullish here and then you reflip, I'll put it to the highs of wherever that high is once you flip on the one. But yeah, didn't even tap into 40.78. So I mean, you gotta tap into 90, right? But you wanted to see a 70, 74 tap and then a pushback until a pullback to 90 in order to get these down here. So the next move is still a pullback though, so it's still good if it does continue down. But I'm still gonna require like another pullback later on anyways at 74, right? So if it could have just done it within that one motion, that would have been a lot more efficient. Lunch? I'm not too sure. I gotta find out. Bro, are you really asking a question about lunch? So what funding company didn't allow you to trade today? Trade Locker. Trade Locker is a platform, no? Isn't trade? I thought Trade Locker was a prop or was a platform to trade. Platform under Clarity Trend. No idea. No idea. All right. Let's see. 1 hour flip approaching here, guys. Where is Raul? Where is he today? Check Rebels funding. I don't try on fundies, my man. Or maybe Grant can check it out. Smash Grant, since his clothes. All right, so chat, we didn't flip on the 1. That's fine. I'll probably just move the session stop loss to this high, to be honest. 41.98. So a little high, lower than the flip. But if you re-break these highs, basically, we're just gonna call that a day, because we don't really have any ideas for buys going up until 4,200, right? Or until wick entry sells at 41.94. So either way, even if it does break that high, you still gotta move up like 900 pips at least for us to get a position sub. Yeah, only one idea really now at this point, which is just the sells below 74. If you could tap into 74 and pull back again, maybe E6 and the re-break below 74, or number 2 is continuation below 5.5s, 45.5. Pretty much it. Please show your monitor screen more clearly. It's not clear. You gotta maybe change your resolution, maybe. Try what's the highest it goes? 1440 or 1080? Chat, what's the highest my stream goes to? I'm gonna show an IMAX 4x3. That's pretty clear. Chat, man, my bitch GG's. Yeah, I only trade xauusd. How long for? I started trading in 2018, end of 2018, 2019. So I've been here for I've been trading for like 8 years now, almost. And yeah, I've been only trading gold since like 22, I feel like. I think 22, I've been strictly just trading gold. No, I'm not in a trade, guys. If I'm in a trade, you'll see it on my screen. You'll see the lines. There's usually a line going across, so you'll see it right here. This thing will be moving, showing P&Ls. Live P&L, and yeah, we'll be talking about it. But no, man, if there's nothing on my screen, usually not. Still waiting here though. We have a session stop loss at 498, so if you break the high, we're gonna call it a day. At least on stream. We'll see if there's anything after stream. Maybe there'll be some ball that comes in, but this is it's been how long today? 3.5 hours, chat, so it's pretty normal. We usually go on until around this time every day. No, I'm not Chinese. This one here is 5.5. I'm outside my body, you right. Damn. Back-to-back light candles? True? Oh, hold on. That last one's not a light candle. This one could be though. This one, if it flips bullish, it could be. And no, back-to-back wick fills though, wick fill candles or whatever you call them. All right, chat. Let's see, man. This came close to hitting our session stop loss. This was maybe like 26 pips away. So, is that gonna break? Will that break? Thank you, Spaceman Stamp. Peace out. Wheezy out of here. 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 Sorry, chat. It's tweaking hours again. Do you still stream if you are in age 60? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm gonna do tomorrow, bro. I don't know. There's a guy who streams. There's an Asian guy who's like 80 years old that streams though, or like 60, 70. I don't even know how old he is, but he's old. And he just be trading, streaming. Wheezy out of here. Gross income. I make this month I made a gross income of $77. $77.44, which is approximately 2.80%. 2.88% this month. This one here is 5.5. Chat might be a day here, guys. Might be a day here. We're gonna break and let's take this. All right, that's it, chat. I think that's it, guys. So, not bad. I don't think the session was too bad though. It was like decent conditions today. I assumed we would have had something more direction today with FOMC, but clearly FOMC wasn't enough to give us like direction yesterday. So, NFP is next week. We'll be here for that, but yeah. Otherwise, like again, nothing really crazy has happened. Even though with FOMC, right, you're kind of still stuck within this range. So I don't know how much longer. I don't know when you'll break out, but I think overall, today's wasn't too bad. It was decent movement. We came close to like one of the ideas today once, but that's about it, chat. I am gonna call it a day, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. And we'll be here tomorrow. Alright, chat. If you waited all day for a trade and you didn't get anything, don't rush it. Don't force anything. Don't waste your entire morning by forcing a trade and take one now just because. Because then you just wasted your whole morning. What was the point of waiting then? But yeah, chat. Have a good one. Peace out. Yo.
Watching the moves and playing it close. SOD, super soap. Rainy days, his and hers, matching coat. We fuck on a jet, it feel like a boat, staying afloat. I'm watching the moves and playing it close. SOD, super soap. She was a hoe, but I ain't gon' judge, cause that was way before. Grind on me, grind on me. Love it when you pressing that behind on me. Holding everybody heat, cause they won't find it on me. Who said I can't dance with a 9 on 9 on 9 on 9 on 9 on me? Giddy up, giddy, how you rolling out, girl? Feel it in your system, codeine cow, girl. Who am I? Who am I? You know it, Mr. Big Time Eating. Mr. Not Sleeping, he's late night creeping. Both ears, right wrist, all that's freezing. You know I'm a dog, I'm a hard pass demon. Says she wanna ride, I'm like, hey, okay. Shawty wanna ride at the first season. Shawty wanna ride at the first season. Shawty wanna ride at the first season. I'm watching the moves and playing it close. SOD, super soap. Rainy days, his and hers, matching coat. Jet is so big, feel like a boat, staying afloat. I'm watching the moves and playing it close. SOD, super soap. She was a hoe, but I ain't gon' judge, cause that was way before.